Hello YouTube, Jake or 0425 Carter, and I'm here to talk about a very interesting topic. Anonymous versus Sony. For you guys that are not familiar what's going on, well, GeoHot, or George Hotz, a real well-known hacker, first to jailbreak the iPhone, and now the first to jailbreak the PS3, and once he done that, of course, Sony flipped shit and they took him to court for it because other people got a hold of the information through his website, and Sony now is trying to gain access and probably will be gaining access to all the IP addresses that visited George Hotz's website, whether it be just to look at it, not even to use any of his jailbreak coding content, but just going on the website. They now have access to your IP. So here comes this group called Anonymous, and they're fighting for the players, the community, online community of Sony, for Sony, not Sony, but the players, and they're sending out kind of like threats, and they're hacking Sony. Not the smartest of ideas. Sony, a multi-million-dollar company. Anonymous, I'm guessing some experienced hackers on there, not very few funds trying to pull this off. I really don't think it's gonna happen. I do wish them the best of luck. I do agree in their views of, you bought the system, you should be able to do whatever you want to it. I do agree in the views of Anonymous, but not sure if they can pull this off. I mean, it's not the smartest of ideas either. I mean, what were they thinking? Let's go hack a multi-million-dollar company. I mean, okay, sure they can hack it, but I mean, within a couple days it'll be back up, and Sony's not going to just do anything about it, do nothing about it. And they're not gonna not do anything about it, and they're going to do something about it. So I know I'm saying the thing over again, but I mean, what I'm trying to say is, Sony, they're going to find out who these guys are. If they don't have the experience on their Sony staff for somebody to do this, they definitely have the funds to get the job done. So Anonymous, the guys doing this, they're looking at a lawsuit up the ass, and hacking that's a felony. That's going through people's documents. That's like going through mail. That's basically like going through mail, and going through people's mail is also a felony. So they're not doing the smartest of ideas. I mean, they might call themselves anonymous and try to stay anonymous, but what they do can easily get tracked back to them. So I don't see this going very far. I see this as a hype in the online community, as a hope to maybe getting stuff that was originally on the PS3, able to use again, because that's pretty much what the jailbreak did was, being able to access stuff that Sony patched that actually came on the system. And they think jailbreaking, well, how can I say this? They think it's more towards the pirated stuff. They think it influences pirated games and stuff, but GeoHot clearly stated in many interviews and to the court that his intent was not to induce pirating games, and he also in his jailbreak coding it stopped pirating games, and other people got a hold of this coding and built off of it and was able to pirate games. So it definitely wasn't GeoHot's fault, and I don't see the reason for Sony to go through everybody's IPs that they're doing right now. And even when this gets taken to court, which I do predict, some people from Anonymous, they're not just a small group, they're actually a pretty big group, but somebody's got to get blamed, and they're going to take this to court. And if Sony's going to be able to gain access to all these IPs, hell, who knows what they'll be able to do to Anonymous in court. So you know, basically what I'm trying to say is don't think it's going to go too far, and don't really think much will happen. And when it's all said and done, Anonymous, they're going to be sorry. They really are. I'm not for Sony. I'm definitely for Anonymous, but I'm trying to, you know, state the obvious. Okay, so, alright. So please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And just wait to see what happens.